if your legs feel heavy after standing, if your feet go cold even in a warm room, if you get a strange cramping pain in your calves when you walk and it disappears the moment you sit down, stop right now, because your body is not being dramatic. Your legs are trying to send you a warning, and most people ignore it until it is too late. Doctors have a name for this. It is called claudication,
Oh, my leg.
and it is one of the earliest signs that the arteries carrying blood down into your legs are starting to narrow.
Not
Right
again.
now, in the United States alone, more than 8.5 million people over the age of 40 are living with this exact problem, and a shocking number of them do not even know it yet. But here is what nobody tells you in a 10-minute doctor visit. Food is not just fuel. Food can be medicine. And in the next few minutes, I am going to walk you through 7 foods backed by real university research that may help restore healthy blood flow to your legs, naturally, starting with the very next meal you eat. My name is Dr. Mike, and for years I have studied how simple, everyday foods affect the way blood moves through the body, especially in people over 50, when circulation naturally starts to slow down. I am not here to sell you a supplement or a miracle pill. I am here to give you the truth, straight from the research, so you can make one small change today that your legs will thank you for tomorrow. If that sounds like something you need, stay with me until the end, because number 4 on this list is something researchers say can improve blood flow in as little as 1 to 2 hours after eating it. And before we go further, if you find this helpful, hit subscribe, because every week I bring you real, research-backed health information made simple for real people like you. Let's talk about why this happens in the first place. As we age, a process called atherosclerosis can quietly begin. This is when fatty deposits, cholesterol, and calcium slowly build up along the walls of our arteries. Over years, sometimes decades, this buildup narrows the pathway that blood has to travel through. And when that happens in the legs specifically, it is called Peripheral Artery Disease, or PAD. The legs are often the first place people notice it, because they are farthest from the heart, and they need strong, steady blood flow to keep muscles and nerves working properly. When that flow is restricted, you feel it. Pain when walking, numbness, cold feet, slow healing cuts or wounds on the lower legs. If you have ever felt any of that and brushed it off as just getting older, I want you to listen closely to what I am about to share, because the research on nutrition and circulation has come a long way, and it may surprise you. Number 1 on our list is beets. Researchers have found that beets are naturally rich in dietary nitrates, and once inside your body, these nitrates convert into a compound called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is one of the most powerful natural tools your blood vessels have. It signals the smooth muscle inside artery walls to relax and widen, which allows blood to move through more freely. Think of it like a narrow hallway that suddenly opens up into a wide corridor. That is what nitric oxide can do inside your arteries. Nurse practitioners working in vascular health clinics have specifically called out beets as one of the fastest-acting foods for this purpose. You can roast them, juice them, or shred them raw into a salad. Even a small serving a few times a week may help support that nitric oxide pathway that keeps your circulation moving. Number 2 is watermelon. I know what you are thinking. A dessert fruit helping your arteries? But stay with me. Watermelon contains an amino acid called L-citrulline, and once it is inside your body, it also gets converted into nitric oxide, the very same vessel-widening compound we just talked about with beets. What makes this especially interesting is that some vascular health specialists have observed measurable improvements in nitric oxide levels within about 1 to 2 hours after eating nitrate and citrulline-rich foods, like watermelon. That is remarkably fast for something as simple as fruit. A cold slice of watermelon in the afternoon is not just refreshing. It may genuinely be doing quiet work inside your blood vessels while you enjoy it. Number 3 is fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fish are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, and multiple heart health researchers point to these fats as some of the most protective compounds we know of for the cardiovascular system. Omega-3s have been shown to help reduce inflammation along artery walls, which is important because inflammation is one of the key drivers behind the plaque buildup that leads to narrowed arteries in the first place. The American Heart Association and multiple hospital-based cardiology programs recommend fatty fish as a cornerstone of any diet built to protect blood flow. especially for people over 50 who are naturally at higher risk for arterial narrowing. Even 2 servings a week can make a meaningful difference over time. Number 4, and this is the one I promised you earlier, is dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. Researchers at Northwestern University's Feinberg School of Medicine, working with peripheral artery disease patients specifically, studied the effects of dark chocolate flavonoids on people suffering from poor leg circulation. Flavonoids are natural plant compounds found in high concentrations in dark chocolate, and this research found that these compounds may help improve blood flow and reduce inflammation in people with narrowed leg arteries. This was not some fringe internet claim. This came out of a legitimate academic medical center studying real patients with real circulation problems. Now, this does not mean raiding the candy aisle. We are talking about dark chocolate with a high cocoa content, 70% or higher, in small, sensible amounts. But knowing that a university research team found measurable benefit from something this simple should change the way you think about your evening snack. Number 5 is leafy green vegetables, things like spinach, kale, and arugula. These greens are another major natural source of dietary nitrates, working through that same nitric oxide pathway we have talked about twice already, because it really is that important. But leafy greens bring something extra to the table. They are also rich in fiber. A major study following more than 26,000 participants over 20 years found that people with higher fiber intake had a meaningfully reduced risk of developing peripheral artery disease. Fiber helps manage cholesterol levels in the bloodstream, and lower cholesterol means less material available to build up along your artery walls in the first place. A simple spinach salad is doing double duty, supporting nitric oxide production, while also helping keep your arteries clear. Number 6 is extra virgin olive oil. This is one of the cornerstones of the Mediterranean diet, and here is something worth pausing on. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed men between 55 and 80 years old, and women between 60 and 80 years old, and found that those who followed a Mediterranean-style diet, built heavily around olive oil, had a lower risk of peripheral artery disease and experienced fewer symptoms when they did have it. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats and powerful antioxidants that help reduce inflammation throughout the entire cardiovascular system. Swapping out butter or heavily processed oils for extra virgin olive oil in your daily cooking is one of the simplest changes on this entire list, and it is backed by some of the most respected research in cardiovascular medicine. Number 7 is nuts and seeds, things like walnuts, almonds, flaxseed, and chia seeds. These small foods pack a serious nutritional punch. They contain plant-based fats, fiber, and magnesium, a mineral that plays a direct role in helping blood vessels relax and function properly. Vascular health researchers have consistently pointed to nuts and seeds as supportive foods for artery health because they help manage cholesterol while also delivering nutrients that keep the lining of your blood vessels healthy and responsive. A small handful as a daily snack instead of chips or crackers is a small trade that research suggests can pay off in the long run for your circulation. Now, before you go, I want to be honest with you, the way I always am. Food is powerful, but it is not a replacement for medical care. If you are experiencing ongoing leg pain, numbness, cramping when you walk, or slow-healing wounds on your legs or feet, please talk to your doctor. Peripheral artery disease is a real medical condition, and it deserves real medical attention alongside any dietary changes you make. What the research does show us, clearly and consistently, is that the food on your plate is not separate from the health of your arteries. It is connected to it every single day, one meal at a time. So here is your action step for today. Pick just one food from this list, and add it to your meals this week. Maybe it is a handful of walnuts in the afternoon. Maybe it is swapping your cooking oil for olive oil. Maybe it is a small square of dark chocolate after dinner. Small, consistent choices are what real research shows leads to real results over time, not drastic overnight changes that nobody can stick with. If this video helped you understand your body a little better today, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, because every single week I break down real research from real universities and real medical institutions into simple information you can actually use. Give this video a like if you learned something new, and drop a comment below telling me which one of these 7 foods you are going to try first. I read every single comment, and I want to know. Your legs carry you through every single day of your life. Isn't it time you started listening to what they've been trying to tell you? Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.